529 plans are tax-advantaged accounts that allow you to spend money on qualified education expenses. These plans are often called 529 college savings plans, but they apply to K through 12 expenses as well. Those qualified expenses include things like tuition, board, and books. There are over 100 529 plans across the United States. While plans are state-specific, in most cases, you don't have to be a state resident to invest in its 529 plan. 529 plans have various limits on contributions, and states control these limits. In this video, let's explore how 529 plan contribution limits work. Hey everyone, this is Andy Hill with The College Investor, investing and personal finance for millennials. If you're new to the channel and you like what you hear, please hit subscribe so you're ready when our next video comes out. Thanks. Okay, let's chat about how 529 plans work. Money that goes into a 529 plan is after-tax dollars. However, those dollars will grow tax-free. This means tax-free at the federal level. State-level taxing will vary by state, but many states offer 529 plan tax breaks. 529 plans come in two flavors: a locked-in rate, which is similar to an annuity, and a savings plan, which allow you to invest in different funds, earning a variable return. Plans that have a locked rate allow you to calculate from day one what your return will be. Plans that allow investing in funds are more dependent on the fluctuations of the stock market. So what are the 529 plan contribution limits? Well, they're based on the gift tax guidelines. As of 2022, the annual contribution limit is $16,000 per contributor. In 2023, the annual 529 plan contribution limit is $17,000 per contributor. That means in 2023, a couple can gift $34,000, the partner one can contribute $17,000, and then partner two can contribute $17,000. Unlike retirement accounts, the IRS does not impose annual contribution limits on 529 plans. Instead, limits are based on the aggregate contributions and they're controlled by the states. This means a person can contribute a large amount in one year as long as it doesn't go over the aggregate amount. Some states do impose an annual limit on contributions, though. There can also be a few obstacles to making such large contributions in a single year, but we'll get into that later. 529 plan contribution limits are generally large. They range from $235,000 to $529,000. Here are some per beneficiary contribution limits. Arizona, $505,000. Georgia and Mississippi, $235,000. North Dakota, $269,000. Michigan, Maine, Idaho, Louisiana, South Carolina, Washington, and Washington, D.C., $500,000, and California, $529,000. Most states offer multiple 529 plans, and you may find that plans within the same state have different limits. For example, the M.O. Able Missouri 529 plan has an aggregate limit of $482,000, while the Most Missouri 529 education plan has a limit of $325,000. Both plans, however, impose a per-year contribution limit of $16,000. When choosing a plan, you want to check to see if there are only aggregate limits or annual limits as well. Also, don't confuse any limitations that your state of residence may impose if you are investing in an out-of-state plan. Any limits are only imposed by the plan you are investing in. If that happens to be an out-of-state plan, your state of residence doesn't have any say in your 529 plan contribution limits. Let's talk gift tax considerations. Any money or property, including 529 plan contributions that you give to someone, is likely to be considered a gift by the IRS. Thankfully, there is an annual gift tax exclusion of $16,000 per recipient. Even if you gift more than $16,000 per individual per year, it will simply count towards your lifetime gift tax exclusion. You'd have to give $11.58 million over your lifetime before you'd run into paying gift taxes. Let's talk about superfunding, or the 5-year election. The 5-year election allows you to contribute up to $80,000 to an individual's 529 plan in a single year while spreading it out over 5 years. For each of the 5 years, you must report the 5-year election on the IRS Form 709. This is a great option to use if you anticipate higher expenses during the first year. You'll also be able to take advantage of compounding growth. Now let's talk about how to choose a 529 plan. There are a few things to keep in mind when choosing a 529 plan. 529 plans are always tax-free at the federal level. Some states provide a state tax break as well. For states with income taxes, you want to make sure the tax savings are enough to cover the 529 plan fees. If not, keep in mind that you don't have to invest in your state's 529 plan and that there are over 100 529 plans available to choose from. Fees are a big consideration when it comes to 529 plans. These include annual account fees, management fees or expense ratio on funds, and load fees. In addition to comparing fees, pay attention to any extra included benefits. For example, some 529 plans even provide matching contributions. If you're ready to start investing, check out our guide to see the 529 plan options available in your state, the benefits you may be eligible for, and our top recommendations. We'll have that link in our video description. Well, enough from our side, everyone. We want to hear from you. Are you contributing to a 529 plan already? Or are you considering it for your kids and their college future? Please let us know in the comments below. This is Andy Hill from The College Investor, and we'll see you in the next video.